Sige po, proceed po tayo with our lecture for no para mas maga tayo matapos today. This is in preparation for the Sentinel Day tomorrow. Meron na tayong pre-lecture about Sentinel. So we can download data, for example, for today. Again, this lecture will focus on introduction to Sentinel imagery or mission. Also, how to access Sentinel data. So ituturo na how to download Sentinel-2 data today. Exercise 2A, ito yung registration. We have to register first doon sa platform and how to select, search, and download yung target na data natin na hopefully ay cloud-free or less lang yung clouds since Sentinel-2 ay optical dataset. Okay? As mentioned, review ulit, Copernicus is the Earth Observation Program of EU. Part of this one is yung Sentinel satellites natin. Okay, so ang tawag sa satellites ng Copernicus ay Sentinel. Okay? Meron tayong maraming Sentinel, no? But, isa-isayin natin yung mga Sentinel sensors or satellite natin. Start tayo sa una, yung Sentinel-1. So, it's easy to identify Sentinel-1, no? Kasi, siya lang yung meron siyang two solar panel or solar wings here. So, it was initially launched as twins. Kambal lang siya. 1A, 2014, and 1B. Sadly, there's some technical errors or problem with the sensors for the 1B last 2022. Kaya naman, they launched the new flight units for Sentinel-1, which are the 1C, 2024, and the 1D, last year lang siya, 2025. Again, Sentinel-1 is an example of SAR satellite system. So SAR yung ginagamit niya. That's his sensor type. Okay? Synthetic aperture radar. Kaya useful siya for flood mapping, landslide mapping, maritime security, soil monitoring. So ginagamit siya. So main function natin with Sentinel-1, main advantage ay hindi siya affected ng clouds. Okay? Unlike Sentinel-2 or optical satellite. So all weather, day and night, as long as meron kang useful data over your area, you can use Sentinel-1. Okay? Again, that's Sentinel-1. Yung first sa ating Copernicus, Sentinel constellation of satellites. The second one, this is Sentinel-2 with this singular solar panel. So, initially, kambal din sila, no? Si 2A, 2015. The second one is 2017, 2B. But to enhance yung temporal resolution natin, maging 3 to 5 na siya, dati 5 lang, nag-launch sila ng 2C last 2024. So yung sensor type niya is multispectral, so optical siya, no? So affected siya by clouds, pero marami siyang use cases. Okay? Primary function is land surface mapping, vegetation monitoring, also key applications, crop monitoring, forest mapping, land use changes. So yun yung ating Sentinel-2. Okay? So, ito ay importante sa mga services ni Copernicus. For example, yung service ni Copernicus on land monitoring, yung CLMS, gumagamit yung Sentinel-2. Gumagamit din sila ng Sentinel-2 with their Copernicus Marine Environment Monitoring, yung SEMS, Emergency Management, and of course, yung security services nila. So, functional dito yung Sentinel-2 within the Copernicus program. Okay? This is Sentinel-3. Same lang siya with this wing, single wing, pero parang extended yung solar panel niya para daw maiwasan yung thermal interference niya. Okay? So sensor type, ito ay multitasking satellite siya, no? Multitasking. Why? Meron siyang 3 sensors. Okay? First one is ocean and land instrument. So pwede siya to observe yung ating ocean and land resources and monitoring. Meron din siyang STR or yung sea and land surface temperature. So, kaya niya mag-collect ng temperature data. And lastly, meron siyang altimeter. Meron siyang synthetic aperture radar altimeter. So, pwede siya for topography mapping. Okay? Again, this is your multitasking Sentinel-3 datasets. Capable of sea surface height mapping, topography, wave height, pollution mapping, and climate forecasting because of these 3 sensor that na meron siya. Okay? So, that's Sentinel-3. Then, ito yung Sentinel-4. Ito yung exclusive sa Europe. Why? Kasi, imagine, hourly yung kanyang atmospheric gas mapping. Okay? So, meron kang hourly na data ng atmospheric gas over Europe. Okay? Kaya naman sa kanila lang yun. So Sentinel-4 yun. It's exclusive sa air quality over Europe. Okay? Using this particular sensor. However, may counterpart siya na global. Ito yung Sentinel-5P. Okay? Halos same siya ng capacity or sensor ng Sentinel-4, pero this one, daily siya. Okay? Daily monitoring, not hourly. So, same lang, it can also monitor yung atmospheric gases natin kasi meron siyang sensor na TROPOMI, yung Tropospheric Monitoring Instrument. Okay? Again, 4P, exclusive siya sa Europe, pero sa globally, available naman siya through the Sentinel-5P na satellite system. Lastly, we have Sentinel-6. So, twin din siya, 2026A. Then recently, na-launch din yung 6B na flight unit. Okay? Ito naman, specifically for altitude mapping siya with the sensor niya is yung Poseidon 4 radar altimeter. So, primary function is ocean topography and sea level measurement. So, ito yung summary niya. So, nabanggit ko naman siya isa kanina. So, yung use mo, of course, yung selection of satellite will depend on your particular use cases, no? If ano yung applications na target ng munisipyo or ng school or university natin. So, you can select dito. At ang next question, how to download this data, no? So, later, di-discuss natin yun. Okay? So, Sentinel-2 mission, again, this is intro to Sentinel-2. So, yung temporal resolution niya is 2 to 3 days na at mid-latitude. Okay? Every 5 days sa other areas sa globe. Okay? Then, meron siyang 13 multispectral bands. Ito yung kanyang payload sensors. Okay? Yung resolution varies. Karamihan 10 meters, yung RGB, NIR. Meron siyang 20 meters and meron ding 60 meters sa mga thermal. Ayun. So, ito yung kanyang multispectral bands. So, iba-iba, no? Sa RGB, 10 meters. Near infrared, 10 meters din. Yung mga red edge, 20 meters. Okay? So, pag nag-download po tayo ng Sentinel-2, it will be shown in two different levels, no? So, meron tayong option to download level 1C or level 2A. So, ano yung differences? Sa level 1C, okay, na-apply na yung mga corrections like regiometric, geometric, orthorectification, etc. Okay? Same level, na-apply na rin siya sa level 2A. However, sa level 2A, atmospherically corrected na siya. Okay? So, yung nakita natin dito sa level 2A is surface reflectance niya. Yung reflectance na ng ground or ng earth surface. So, usually, ito yung kailangan natin, yung level 2A. Kagamit ka lang ng level 1C if yung study mo is more on atmospheric gases, mga clouds, doon siya applicable. But for monitoring mga vegetation natin, forest mapping, we should use the level 2A kasi bottom of atmosphere na siya. Surface reflectance na siya. Okay? So later, makita natin yung sample result. Makita naman natin doon sa kanyang prefix kung 1C siya or 2A siya. Okay? However, we can also filter it out during the selection process. Click lang natin yung 2A. All of the results will be those collected or processed up to the 2A level only. Okay? So next question, how to access Sentinel data? So previously, we access data using this platform, yung Copernicus Data Access Services, or yung data hub na tinatawag. However, mid-2023, EU launched a new platform to download all types of Copernicus data. Yung tawag dito is yung Copernicus Data Space Ecosystem. Okay? So we'll visit this site in our next exercise. So ito yung ating landing page of sa Copernicus Data Space Ecosystem. Let us explore together and register together doon sa ating space data hub dito sa ating exercise 2A.